With reverence, love, and utmost gratitude, I offer today's program at the lotus feet of our beloved, omnipresent Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, Sai brothers and sisters, and young adults, welcome, loving Sai Rams to each one of you. Sai Ram. It's been an amazing 2 days here. 3 days almost, 2.5 days, and Brother Alex has given us an excellent recap this morning about the past 2 days. It's actually been a wonderful experience for all aspects of our lives. Our senses have been uplifted by this beautiful altar, beautiful premises. Our body nourished by the wonderful food. Our mind ignited with the wonderful thoughts and Swami's messages. And even our emotions stirred with the sharing of experiences. And then the young adults talked about Atmic intelligence yesterday. Hopefully that's been stirred up too. And the spirit uplifted in every way. I'm sure you want to join me in showing gratitude, expressing gratitude to all those Swami's instruments who have made this happen. So let's give them a round of applause. With, of course, Swami as the director and the doer. Sai Ram. So today afternoon also, we have a wonderful program. We start off with sharing of experiences by 2 devotees on service and transformation, and then followed by the SSE children program, and they're all hanging around near here. And then followed by a special program honoring devotees, followed by musical rendition with piano accompaniment, opera singing. So let me get started as you settle in with the first part, which is the sharing of experiences. We have 2 people, 2 devotees who will share their experiences on service and transformation. First is Eric Benner. I'll introduce him. Eric Benner is a devoted follower of Sri Sathya Sai Baba, having become a devotee in 1979 when his family first visited Prashanti Nilayam. And he was just a teen then. Currently, he's the president of the Sri Sathya Sai Center of San Salvador, as well as the president of the SSSIO of El Salvador, and a member of the Sri Sathya Sai Foundation of El Salvador. Mr. Benner has served as a coordinator for the Sri Sathya Sai study circles in San Salvador and as a teacher for the Sathya Sai Institute of Human Values of El Salvador. Mr. Benner holds an MBA from the University of Miami with over 30 years of experience in the telecommunication industry. He has held several positions in the industry, including country manager in El Salvador and Tanzania, Africa. He's currently the director of enterprise business for Telefonica Movistar in El Salvador. And what he shared with me was, obviously he came to know of Swami as a teen, and for a while he went out in doing the worldly things that everybody needs to do. But now he has come back full circle, back to home, which is Sai organization. That's what he's going to be sharing. Please join me in welcoming Eric Benner.
my thoughts, my words, my deeds to the beloved feet of our Lord Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And my most loving Sai Ram to everyone here. Sai Ram. Well, thank you very much for having me here today. After listening this morning's experiences all over the world, it really humbles me. And hope my story is a little more simple, but I hope that some of you can relate to. See, we had the good fortune to start traveling to Puttaparthi back in the early 80s. In fact, the first trip that we did with my family was in December of 1979, where it was less crowded, shorter lines. Swami was more accessible to everyone. He will come and interact with us. He will talk to my father sometimes. He will talk to me. I was just a teenager back then. But then I remember one time, Swami was walking towards me, stopped right in front of me, looked at me, and he asked me, "Where do you come from?" Can you imagine the Lord of the universe asking you such a profound question? Where do you come from? Where do we all come from? And what do I answer? From El Salvador, Swami. And he looked at me and said, "Where?" "El Salvador, Central America." He says, America. No, Swami, Central America. You know? And he just walked away. In fact, he didn't ask me this once or twice. He asked me this question maybe 3 or 4 times in different occasions. But see, it took me, I'm a slow learner, so it took me a couple of decades to actually understand this question. And I think there's 3 parts to this. The first one is really understanding where do we come from. It's a question first we have to ask who we are. And this is not an intellectual question. It's not a mind question. It's a state of consciousness. It takes lifetimes to understand this. Then the other part is how do we get there? So how do we really get there? And the fastest way, how do we get there the fastest way? Today, I mean, we have our cell phones. We look at Google Maps and we find where we want to go. And Google Maps would tell us where to go, the fastest way with no traffic. But in spirituality, Swami is our Google Map. Swami has been telling us who we are. He has been teaching us how to get there. See? And then the other part, though, the third part of this question is that we actually have to start moving. We have to start traveling this road. We have to do this journey. And for each one of us, it's especially a different journey. As the same way that the life of us, it's all different. We are all different. The same way the journey, each one has their own challenges. And this is really where we get tested. This is where we really have to show how strong is our desire to reach home, how strong is our yearning to be with God. So what happened to me is basically Swami showed us where to go, right? So I started going and moving a little bit south, taking a little detour and taking the scenic route. So basically got married, children came, got a job, profession. So you get entangled in this Maya. And little by little, I stopped going to Sai Center. I stopped doing my sadhana. So I start moving farther and farther away. But see, there's this promise that Swami made. And this was done, he made this promise back in 1961, during his birthday, when he was presented the second volume of Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And this is what he says. Each one of you has to be saved. I shall not give you up, even if you keep afar. I shall not forsake even those who deny me. I have come for all. Those who stay away and those who stray away will also be drawn near and saved. Do not doubt this. Do not doubt this. I shall call them and bless them. So such a powerful promise that Swami gave us. So basically, the call came in 2015 when he actually said, probably this fellow has to come back, so he grabbed me. And see, this is the humor of God. He said, where can I put this guy? Where can I put this fellow so that he can start coming back? So he put me all the way to Africa, Tanzania, Africa. So he moved all my family to Tanzania. So can you imagine the face of my wife when I told her, honey, we're moving to Africa. So, of course, it was because of professional reasons. It was a better job, better pay, whatever. But it was all the contrary. It was terrible. Professionally, it was terrible. It was a terrible move. It was very challenging. But I did find the Sai family again. So, you know, when you start having problems and tribulations, what do? You start looking at God. So immediately start looking, where is the Sai Center closest home? So in Dar es Salaam, so I start going. I found them. It was a beautiful, beautiful, loving family, Sai family. Start going there every Sunday, participating on the seva. They even made me sing. You know, I am a terrible singer, but they made me sing. But I guess it wasn't enough. I mean, just going there once a week, participating sometimes to seva wasn't enough. So again, Swami moved us to Panama. See, and when I say Swami made us move, because it made it very clear. You know, those times that it's not a coincidence that what happens. So when he moved us, is because he actually made it very clear that he wanted me to move with my family to Panama. And there, of course, I found the loving family of Panama with Naren Chatlani. I don't see him here, but his lovely wife, Shoba. I mean, they show so much love to us, and I'm very grateful for everything you guys did for our family back then. But see, now professionally, again, it was terrible. It was a roller coaster. In fact, 6 months after I moved to Panama, I was without a job. They fired me because of a restructuring, so I had no job. But the good thing was that I had more time for my sadhana. I had more time to dedicate it to the organization, so I participated more. And then after that, looking for a brighter future, I moved to the U.S. After a year or so in Panama. I moved to the U.S. And indeed, it was a brighter future because I moved very close by to Arcadia and participated at the Sai Center of Dr. Reddy. And it was really a tremendous learning experience for me. Again, the devotion and the love that you feel or you make grow to Bhagawan through these Sai centers are just amazing. So at the end, I guess Swami said, okay, so it's enough for this guy. He already changed, so I have to move him back to El Salvador. And then I'm starting to work in the organization. So I've been there since that time, working for Swami. But there's one very important lesson out of all this. And one thing is that if you see, and this is something that we've been talking about all this morning, is the importance of SSIO throughout the world. In fact, it's more important at the center level, at the Sai Center. See, the Sai Center is really where the devotion grows. Yesterday, Leonardo was saying that we are so lucky to have been born at the same time of the Avatar, and we're more blessed even to love him and to serve him. So in the Sai Center, actually you can do that. The Sai Center is the one that really makes you grow on the devotion. It makes you grow on the love to Swami or to love of God and to serve him, to really serve him. And the important part of the basis of it is the sadhana. The Sai centers, they work as a support system for this sadhana. and for us to continue traveling in this journey. So for me, there's no more sightseeing. I have to start really dedicated to my sadhana, dedicated to the service of Swami, and hopefully someday I hope to reach him and merge with him. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Eric, for that candid recount of your transformative process. So we have our next speaker, Sham Kanagala. Let me introduce him to you. You probably all know him already, but Sham Kanagala is the second son of Commander Kanagala Satyanarayana and Mrs. Hema Satyanarayana. He says he is eternally grateful to his parents for having introduced him to the Sai fold at the young age in 1974. He has an M.Tech from IIT Madras in aeronautics, master's from NCICA, Toulouse, France, and a master's in computer science from Texas A&M University. He's currently serving as the president of Region 10 of SSSIO USA. Sham and his wife Sarojini have been blessed to have many personal interactions with Swami. And many of you may know him as Professor Anil Kumar's son, which he says he doesn't mind that title. Sarojini and Sham have co-authored and published 2 books, United Souls of America for Sai, and Faith, Hope, and Love, a personal journey from I to I, the little I to the big I. Please join me in welcoming Sham to the stage.
ఏ గుణంబు గణించి ఏ తెంచనో నాడు ప్రహ్లాదు పాలింప పరమ పురుషుడు. ఏ గుణంబు గణించి ఏ తెంచనో నాడు పేదకు చేల బ్రోవ వేద చరితుడు. ఏ గుణంబు గణించి ఏ తెంచెనో నాడు ధ్రువ కుమారుని సాక వైకుంఠవాసి. ఆ గుణంబె గణించి అవతరించెను ఆర్త జననాథనాథుడు అనాథనాథుడు శ్రీ సత్యసాయినాథు శ్రీనాథు. శ్రీ సత్యసాయినాథు శ్రీనాథు లోకనాథు సచ్చిదానందమూర్తి పుటపర్తి షట్చక్రవర్తి. Sai Ram, dear brothers and sisters, this is the essence of our master. In his own words, he is the very same Lord who came and to the answer to the cries of the 3 children, Prahlada, Kuchela, and Dhruva. We all know, or at least those who know Indian history and mythology, that Prahlada was the son of a demon king. And he was a devotee, and the Lord saved him. Similarly, Kuchela was his childhood friend when in the Krishna avatar, was given to poverty, but when the Lord intervened, he got wealth beyond imagination. And Dhruva, who was the son of a king, but who could not sit on his father's lap, a small desire, the Lord fulfilled that. And to what extent that we say that the North Star, North Pole, is Dhruva. In Indian language, they call it Dhruva. What it shows is, when you turn to the Lord, your entire story is changed. And as Dr. Reddy and Leonardo Guterres sir and many others have told us, and then when you start serving the Lord, just imagine how much more your life is being changed. And as Brother Leonardo reminds us beautifully, we are walking on two legs. One leg is for your own emancipation. The other one is for the emancipation of the society. So the Lord has come to change your life so that you may in turn change other lives. And the vehicle He has given us for this process is the Sai organization. And many tools are available in the Sai organization. One tool is study circle. One tool is Seva. One tool is SSE. One tool is service. One tool is the youth program. One tool is the women's wing. Recently added, last but not the least. In this way, there are many tools that Swami has given us. Now it's up to us to make full use of these tools and to show Him our gratitude. Remember, Prahalada, after he was saved by the Lord, he went on to rule righteously for a very long time. So he did not say, okay, Lord, you saved me, I'm good, I'm happy, I'll just take care of me and mine. It's not about just me and mine. It is to give up this feeling of me and mine that Sai has come here. And when we do that, then we can connect with everybody. And this way, Swami actually, each one has yesterday night also we heard, after dinner, many beautiful experiences of the devotees. In this connection, maybe you may be interested to know how the sweet Lord touched this life, as He has touched each and every one of you here, and that's why you are here. I was just a college student when I first came to Bhagawan. I didn't know anything. And I joined the Sai organization in India, in the city of Madras, then known as Madras, now Chennai. I was given any number of opportunities by our very eminent leaders, and with your permission, though you may not know their names, but as a mark of my gratitude to each one of them, if you will permit me, I'll just take some of those names. My immediate Sevadal convener was one Mr. G. Venkatesan. You may not know him, but he is dear to me. Another, you may know him, is Mr. Ramani. Okay? And another was Mr. T.G. Krishnamurthy. And another Mr. V. Srinivasan. Another was Mr. Rayaningar. Another Mr. Achyutanandam. Like this I can go on. Why I'm taking these things is, if we cannot show gratitude to those who have helped us, if we cannot show gratitude to those who directed us in the right direction, how are you going to show gratitude to the Lord who has given you everything, the very air you breathe, the very water you drink, all the 5 elements, everything. So it is my honor to say thanks to each one of them for today. If I'm standing here sharing with you, it's because of the impact they made on my life. And I'm fortunate that even after coming to the US here, I've had similarly wonderful leaders at all levels of the organization who have helped in shaping the organization, in shaping the environment that the devotees enjoy. Sometimes we hear at our level, at our own levels, some people say, oh, this could have been better, that could have been better. Yes, definitely there is scope for improvement. Nobody denies that. But you forget how much of hard work goes behind where we are today. And so with that, Swami wanted me to learn this path through Seva. And he initiated me in Seva through the Sathya Sai Sevadal in India. In that opportunity, I got an opportunity to serve Swami. And I'll cut short because there are many incidents, but I'll just tell you a few which are maybe of use to you. One day, Swami had come to Madras. He had finished his trip, and then he left for Bombay. And then he came back in 2 days, actually. Actually, within 2 days, he came back, though he was not supposed to come. He was supposed to go to either Bangalore and then from Bangalore to Puttaparthi. But he came back to, he was coming back to Sundaram. I had gone there on Sunday evening, and I thought, Swami has gone. We managed to do everything. No complaints from anybody. Swami, thank you. We are safe. Then they said, Swami. Then Mr. Srinivasan's son, Murali, told me, do you know he's coming? I said, who's coming? He said, Swami is coming. I said, when? In the next couple of hours. Okay. He said, can you go home and get your whites and come back? Because you have to be in the mandir to serve him. And I was like, okay. I can't go by bus. It takes a long time. I didn't have a car. So he gave me his car, and I went all the way home, which was very far. And then I, changed. And I'll be very honest. I had, my discarded white clothes, which are yet to be cleaned. I had dumped them there. There was no time to clean it because Swami came back. I just used the same white clothes and I came back. And I got back in the car. My mother was worried for me, and she said, you didn't have anything to eat, so she packed some food for me. And our house was on the other side of a railway crossing. And so I told and those railway crossings, once they close, you don't know when they open. So I told the driver of the car, you please stay on this side so that I'll just walk across the railway crossing, go get my stuff and come back. Others will be stuck here for I do not know when. So we came back, and then after we came back, he brought me to the mandir. And, he was complaining, sir, for a whole day I've not eaten food, I'm feeling hungry, and I've been continuously duty and all. I said, brother, take this packet of food, please eat, and you be happy. And you just take care of it. And then we came back to the mandir, and we were inside, another brother of mine and myself. And there was food kept there for Swami, and Swami came at around night, 9:30 or so. It was very late. And then when he came, first thing he saw two of us, and he asked, did you eat? The other boy said, yes. I also said yes. I didn't want to say, Swami, I didn't eat. Then as I am some great bhakta waiting for the Lord, nothing like that. I just didn't eat, okay? But I didn't want to put it. So I said, Swami, I ate. Then he said, hey. I said, what happened? He said, I know you didn't eat. And then he waited there. He opened the food that was there for him. He fed us. And then made sure that we were eating that. And then he left to retire for the night. This taught me a very important lesson. The important lesson was, if you put another's need before yours, and if you serve without any fine print of self, not that you'll get your place in heaven, when you go, St. Peter will welcome you and he'll create and wipe the bench so that you can sit down. None of that stuff. If you just do it with no thought on its results or outcomes, Swami will remember. And if you remember about others more, then Swami will remember about you. But if you are so full of yourself, then Swami will say, you've already done my job. I don't need to remember you. So with that, Swami is telling us that selfless service, it's not like, as once I came through a study circle topic, it said, selfless service, what's in it for me? That was an oxymoron. It's supposed to be selfless service. So what's it supposed to be in it for you? Nothing. But when you do selfless service, inherently you get the joy within. And these are the transformative things. And I saw beautiful examples of this in so many Sai devotees. And none of them you will ever hear anywhere. None of them will give talks. None of them will sing. They always followed the adage that actions speak louder than words. And they always lived by that adage. And they brought us to where we are. And they are the reason why I have imbibed what I have imbibed. And I have been shaped in that way through Swami's grace. There are many other incidents, but I think I'm running out of time. Right, brother? How much more time do I have? I don't know. I'm done? I'm done. Thank you. I'll just close here with a request to everybody that Swami once said, when it came to conferences, he told this one thing to people. He said, he gave one story. I'll just tell that story, Prema Garu, if it's okay. 2 minutes, sir. And that story was about the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, the deers and other animals all were there, and they said, we are all afraid of this lion. Every time the lion comes, we all run. But we have antlers, we have fast hooves, we have everything, we can take care of ourselves, and when they come, we can take care. So they passed a resolution that they will take on a lion the next time the lion tries to chase them. As a group and a unity, they will do that. Wonderful. As they were passing the resolution, there was the roar of a lion. There was nobody to hear the resolution. All the deer had vanished. Then Swami said, the challenge is not in making resolutions, but in having resoluteness in following those resolutions. I'll leave you with that thought as you Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, I know both of you have plenty more to share. I'm sorry. It's just 10 minutes for now, but maybe after dinner, just like the YAs get together and jam, maybe others can jam with you guys. So, well, I have a couple of announcements to make. One is, I understand some might be leaving us today, maybe even before the end of the program. If you do, we are going to miss you, but can you please give your lanyard and your name tag by the registration desk? I would appreciate that. And then I also want to acknowledge these wonderful ladies who opened the program today with the bhajans. Sai Ram. So the next part is the SSE Children's Program, and it's entitled Journey to Love. And this is the only program that the children are doing today. So let's invite them. Actually, Kandar Patel, who is the Region 8 Regional Education Coordinator, will be introducing the program. But a little about Kandar. Kandar received his training as an SSE teacher in 2003 and has been an SSE teacher for over 15 years. He has taught Group 2 and Group 4 students. He has a background in cost and management accounting and law. He's a practicing attorney since 1991. So let's welcome Kandar to introduce Sai Ram.
My loving pranams at the lotus feet of our Lord, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram to you all. So in our region, Region 8, we always select a theme for the year for the SSE, and each quarter, SSE children learn and practice messages for different aspects of the theme. This year, the theme is, there is only one religion, the religion of love. These children, throughout the year, they learned and practiced the messages on that theme. For this presentation, the humble and loving offering, Journey to Love, they researched, studied, and practiced and contributed to this play. And we offer this humble and loving offering at his lotus feet. I wish to express my deepest gratitude to SSE teachers, SSE parents, children, and many others who helped us with their technical expertise and many other ways in making this offering. So we always say that children are pure and embodiments of love, and we call them like they are divine, right? They are this form of love. So let these embodiments of love take us on this journey to love. My SSE child now will seek blessing and permission of our beloved Lord to make this presentation at his lotus feet. In this journey to love, these embodiments of love will take us on a journey and show us around in how in different parts of the world people practice different things but reach the same goal, divinity, the same God. Are you ready for the long and wonderful journey? Yes, let's start. Sai Ram.
bursting with excitement, especially around gate B1. Over 500 passengers are getting ready to board a chartered flight, Sai Air 1123, to the Amore Islands. Now, you may wonder where the Amore Islands are and what is so special about them. Come, let us find out.
I didn't realize there would be so many people coming on this trip. Oh look, there is Harish uncle. He totally rocked the tambourine for bhajans. It would be really cool if I could get a seat next to him on the plane.
I think it's assigned seating. If I had a choice, I would love to sit next to Padma Shriyaka. She is so sweet and smart. Did you catch the YA play yesterday? It had so much deep meaning and was so funny too.
Hey, I see Ken uncle calling all the children. They must be boarding our group. Come on, hurry up. Let's go.
Good afternoon and Sai Ram, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Captain Seti from the flight deck. A warm welcome to Sai Air 1123, special service to the Amore Islands. We understand how challenging air travel can be these days, especially getting to LAX. The good news is that you made it. My co-pilot this afternoon is Senior First Officer Satyanarayana. He is on the phone with air traffic control to get that pushback clearance for us. Our cabin crew member, Eric Wing, and his team of 35 colleagues are working hard to ensure you have a safe and comfortable flight. So as we taxi through the north departure runway, the cabin crew will demonstrate safety equipment procedures on board this A380 aircraft. Your safety is our priority. We understand that you have several choices for this special tour, so we thank you for choosing Sai Air. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. Cabin crew, arm and cross check. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Captain Seti again. Welcome to the Amore Islands. The temperature outside is a perfect 77 degrees with clear blue skies and a slight breeze. Be sure to disembark carefully and I will join you outside. I will be accompanying you on this exciting tour to several beautiful places of worship, while First Officer Satyanarayana is doing safety checks for our flight back. Don't forget your water bottles and cameras. Okay, folks, gather around, come on over. Hope all of you in the back can hear me. Just raise your hands with a thumbs up. Let's try one more time. If you can hear me, raise your hands. Okay, that's better. Get your cameras ready, folks. There are going to be some gorgeous photo ops today. Oh, we've arrived at our first stop in the Dhamma Sanctuary. Just look at this beautiful Buddhist temple.
Buddha Amitabha. Greetings of immeasurable light. As Buddhists, we do not postulate the existence of God in a specific manner. But the highest state that a human can reach is Buddha, which is a state of inner peace and wisdom.
You will notice that our symbol is a wheel, referring to the cyclical wheel of existence. It has a deep significance. First, the round shape of the wheel represents the perfection of Buddha's teachings. Next, the rim of the wheel represents meditative concentration and mindfulness. The hub represents moral discipline. Finally, the 8 spokes represent the Eightfold Path: right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration.
Our holy scriptures are called pitakas, which symbolically refer to baskets or collections of Buddha's words. There are 3 of them, so we call them the Tripitakas. May Dharma righteousness be with you.
Wow, that temple was so peaceful and emitted a lot of calm energy. Now, we are on our way to our next stop, an ancient synagogue in Sinai.
Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Adonai Echad Adonai Echad.
Shabbat Shalom.
Judaism is an Abrahamic, monotheistic, and ethnic religion. It is considered by Jews to be the expression of the covenant that God established with the Israelites, their ancestors.
The Jewish Bible is called Tanakh. The Tanakh is the main sacred text of the Jews and is made up of 24 books. It consists of 3 parts: the law, the prophets, and the writings. May truth be with you.
That was such a special blessing to be part of the Shabbat experience. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Just want to do a quick wellness check. If at any time you need assistance, ask anyone with a blue scarf. Our next stop is a mosque in Hijaz.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah.
Assalamu alaikum. We worship the one, all-knowing God, Allah. The essence of Islam is a religion of peace and submission to Allah. This is accomplished through 5 key practices that all Muslims are obligated to fulfill throughout their lifetime. These practices are referred to as pillars because they form the foundation of life. The 5 pillars are: 1. Shahada. There is no God but God and Muhammad is his messenger. 2. Salah. Praying 5 times a day. 3. Zakat. Donate a portion of income for the needy. 4. Psalm. Fasting during the holy month of Ramadan. 5. Hajj. Pilgrimage to Mecca once in a lifetime.
Our holy book is called the Quran. According to Islamic beliefs, the Quran was revealed by the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad. May peace be with you.
What an exquisite mosque with beautiful engravings. I also heard someone saying that the food was delicious. Well, I know you will also enjoy our next trek to Yazd to see a Zoroastrian fire temple.
Ashim vahu vahishte masti ushta asti ushta ahmai yadashai vahishte Ashim.
Yazdan Panabad. May God protect you. We believe in one universal wise Lord, Ahura Mazda, who also resides in the heart of human beings as eternal righteousness and truth.
The 3 central beliefs are good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. There is emphasis on good thoughts since everything starts from thoughts. Sanctity of nature is a strong belief. Earth, air, light, and water are sacred elements. Therefore, we should respect and protect nature.
We worship fire in our temples because it is a symbol of purity and important for life. Fire originated from the sun, who represents the wise Lord Ahura Mazda.
After 10 years in deep meditation, Prophet Zoroaster received wisdom. Teachings from Ahura Mazda in the form of 17 hymns, the Gathas which are contained in the Avesta scripture.
May courage to do good deeds be with you.
That was a good reminder to honor our natural resources as sacred elements. We are now going around the loop to a church in Nazareth. Here it is.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Shlama, peace.
We believe in one God as the Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our faith is centered on the life, teachings, service, and supreme sacrifice of Jesus Christ. He spoke of God as the God of love, of infinite forgiveness and compassion. The Sermon on the Mount has stood as a beacon of light for all of humanity.
We study the Bible, which is our Holy Scripture. It contains the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Bible is a traveler's map, the pilgrim's staff, the pilot's compass, and the Christian's charter. May love be with you.
Okay, folks, we are now on our way to our final stop at a sacred Hindu temple before visiting the main hall for a very special program.
Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
Namaste. Hinduism was originally known as Sanatana Dharma. It was a way of living by which divinity was recognized in all of creation. Hindus believed in one God who was worshipped in many forms.
Hinduism has its roots in Vedas, which are the scriptures of highest wisdom, as they are revelations directly from God. The word Veda means knowledge.
The law of karma is one of the fundamental beliefs of Hinduism. Every thought, word, and deed are weighed. As we sow, so we reap. This process goes on through several lives till the soul attains moksha or liberation. May all virtues reside in you.
Wow, that was interesting. It was like 1 year of SSC in 1 hour, plus the cool plane ride.
Yep. Think about it. The prayers, language, clothing, and the name they have for God are all different. Even their place of worship is quite unique. But they all have a holy book which teaches them the Word of God, and they all believe in loving that God and being kind to each other. We have more things in common than we realize.
As we end our travels through the different religions and come to the understanding that, ultimately, there's only one religion, the religion of love, we celebrate that all-embracing love with these special devotional songs.
children, children of Sai. We are the 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 children, children of Sai. The world is your home, Lord. Our heart is your home. Our heart full of love, Lord. My heart is your home. The world is your home, Lord. Our heart is your home. Our heart full of love, Lord. My heart is your home. We are the children, children of Sai. We are the children, children of Sai. We are the children, children of Sai. We are the children, children of Sai.
Let's give them another big round of applause. It was simple, it was very elegant, very disciplined, and such sweet messages in very sweet ways. I have to say the children were magnificent, but the teachers and all those parents who helped must have worked hard on this too. So give a round of applause to them. Okay, now we have a special segment. It's for honoring devotees for lifelong service in the divine mission. And we have many men and women to honor today. So what is the criteria? The criteria is simple, is those people who have worked for a long time, 40 years or more, in the Sai mission, furthering the Sai mission in some capacity or the other. And the second thing is they are present here today. So let me start out by introducing, and I would request the honorees to come up as I am introducing. And also I request Dr. Haima Reddy to come up to bestow this honor. So first is Doris Hampton. Doris Hampton. I know we can't condense 40 years of service, but we'll try here with this little bio. Doris Hampton pledged her heart to Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba during her first visit to him in 1983. She has served the SSSIO in various educational fields, including as a faculty member at the Institute of Sathya Sai Education, USA. She has been a member of the SSSIO International Education Committee since 2000. Over 30 years, she has trained and implemented SSEHV in numerous community and school programs in many countries worldwide. Doris Hampton is the author of Sathya Sai Education in Human Values Global Compendium. And this is on behalf of the SSSIO Education Committee. And I think you showed this today. And co-author of SSEHV Manual for the Community. SSEHV Approaching the Community Handbook. Doris has rich experience as marketing consultant in many well-known organizations, and she's now retired. Not with Swami.
Not with Swami.
Next, it's a pleasure to introduce Krita Sherman. Ms. Krita Sherman is a nationally certified family and consumer scientist. Retired with 40 years of teaching experience, she currently mentors middle and high school teachers for the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. She is the founding member of the Sri Sathya Sai Center of St. Louis, Missouri. In 1973, she founded that. With her wealth of personal experiences with Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, she initiated Bal Vikas programs in the US in 1977. She has served as the USA Region 4 President, Regional SSC Coordinator, and Teacher Trainer. She is the Regional Group 4 SSC Teacher, a coordinator for several women's activities, and coordinator of Region 4's Adopted Community EnviroCare Project at the World Bird Sanctuary, Valley Park, Missouri, which awarded the SSSIO the Marlin Perkins Award for Outstanding EnviroCare in 2020-2021. Sai. Third, we have Vimala Srinivas from this region. Since 1983, Vimala Srinivas has been a Bal Vikas teacher, Regional Education Coordinator, and Center President for Region 8, Southern California. She also has served in the Sai organization in various events, conferences, and retreats with love, dedication, and selflessness. She received the most significant acknowledgement and tribute of her life from Swami in the interview room. She was with her family when her daughter asked Swami what she should do after graduation from college. Swami replied, "Be a Bal Vikas teacher like your mother." So those are the amazing women amongst us, role models for all of us. So we have many men who are going to receive this honor. First, let me introduce our first person, Leonardo Gutter. And I invite Dr. Reddy to give this honor. Let me say a few words. Mr. Leonardo Pablo Gutter is a psychologist by profession. Others may not know, so. Has served in the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, SSSIO, for over 4 decades. He has had many personal interactions with Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. With limitless passion and devotion for Swami, he traveled all over Latin America, igniting love in the hearts of millions by sharing his experiences with Swami. He has lovingly built the Latin American movement of the SSSIO and previously served as the chairman of Zone 2, Latin America. Mr. Gutter is a founding member of the Sri Sathya Sai Trust of Argentina. He's a member of the Prashanti Council, director of the Sri Sathya Sai World Foundation, and co-chair of the Intellectual Property Committee. Working with the entertainment industry over the past 43 years, Mr. Gutter represents some of the largest American, European, and Japanese TV and cinema studios in Latin America. Now, his work doesn't stop because he's going to take over now and introduce the rest of the people. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. I have the pleasure to introduce our brother Robert Baskin. Robert first met Swami in 1978. He came to India for an intended 1 or 2 months stay for the first 1978 summer course, and with Swami's encouragement, stayed at the ashram for 2 years. He is a sincere seeker of spiritual truth and self-realization, and is devoted to Swami and his divine mission. After he returned to California in 1983, Swami appointed him as a director of Sathya Sai Society of America. As its longest member, he has served as an officer, director, and has provided legal counsel for 4 decades to the Society, the US, and the International Sai Organization. He was appointed as a regional director of the USA Council and served for many years in many roles. He and his wife, Diana, returned to Prashanti Nilayam to be with Swami more than 50 times. Their experiences are memorialized in her published books, Divine Memories and Divine Lessons. Now I have the pleasure to invite Dr. Phil Gosselin. He is the chairperson for Zone 1 of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, comprising of the English and Deutsch-speaking countries of the Western Hemisphere. He is also co-chair of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization Archive Committee. He is one of the original Central Council members for USA, announced at the 1975 World Conference in Swami's presence. Dr. Gosselin was also a founding member of several Sai centers in the Northeast USA, including the Manhattan Sai Center. He had the great fortune to live in Prashanti Nilayam for 2 years, in 1971, 1972, and 1974-1975. Professionally, Dr. Gosselin is a clinical psychologist and has been a professor of psychology at Union Institute and director of the Behavioral Medicine Department at Franklin Medical Center in Greenfield, Massachusetts. He has also previously worked on Wall Street for 12 years in the 1970s and 80s. An account of his professional life on Wall Street is described in the book, The Dharmic Challenge. Now I would like to invite Jack Feely, PhD. Dr. Jack Feely is a licensed psychologist with a clinical practices in St. Louis. He also provides organizational and management development services for private corporations nationally. He first began reading about Sathya Sai Baba in 1978 and began to attend Sai Center meetings in St. Louis. Over the next several years, he continued to read many more books and also experienced Baba firsthand. Dr. Feely has served many positions in the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, beginning as Regional Young Adult Advisor and later as Center President of the Sathya Sai Center of St. Louis. He was Regional President of Region 4, Mid-Central Region for 7 years, and then served as National Service Coordinator, followed by the position of National Vice President. While National Vice President, he also held the position of co-chair International Disaster Relief Committee of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization. While still co-chair, he also took on the position of National President of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, United States, and currently Dr. Feely serves as Central Coordinator of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, USA. I would like to invite Michael Congleton. With a master's degree in psychiatry and a PhD degree in plasma physics, Dr. Michael Congleton is a doctor in every sense of the term. But it is a desire to please Sai Ma and understand psychiatry that has always fascinated Mike, who has served Swami as an officer of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization for many decades. He has been blessed with several miracles and interviews from Swami. One early and particularly fascinating miracle was when Swami materialized 10 1,000 bills with a wave of his hand. He dropped them down, and as they disappeared into nothingness, Swami told him, "Money means nothing. It comes and goes. Love is the only thing that lasts." Presently, Mike is the president of the Sathya Sai Society of America, established in 1978 with the blessings and guidance of Swami by Elsie and Walter Cowan. Now I would like to invite Krishna Nair. Krishna Nair visited Sai Baba, Man of Miracles, after meeting the author of Sai Baba, Man of Miracles, Howard Marfet, in Malaysia in 1979. An electrical engineer by profession, he migrated to Australia in 1992 and held various roles in the corporate world, including being the general manager and CEO of technology and engineering companies. He has enthusiastically served Swami through the SSSIO in various positions, including as chairperson of 2 Sai centers and national coordinator for study circles. He represented the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization in the Parliament of World Religions in Melbourne in 2009. Currently, he serves as a chair for Zone 3, that includes Australia and New Zealand and Fiji. He's a regular and inspired speaker, sharing the message of his beloved Bhagawan with devotees in multiple forums. I would like to invite Ashok Sakrani. With more than 4 decades at the Lotus feet, Mr. Ashok Sakrani's journey to Swami began when his father, who was then treasurer of the Hong Kong Sai Center, urged him to come to Bhajans in 1981. Since then, there has been no looking back. After joining the Hong Kong bar in 1987, he continued to serve in the center and eventually was appointed as the Sai Center president in 1993. He later served as national chair and central coordinator. He currently serves as the zone chair of Zone 5, and he's also a member of the Media Committee, an IP Committee, and chair of the Environmental Sustainability Committee. With over 30 years of experience as a practicing barrister in Hong Kong, he considers it a great privilege to be given the chance to use the education Swami gave him to serve in the Sai mission. Now, I would like to invite the son of John Benner, Eric Benner, who is now representing his father who couldn't come. Eric. Mr. John Benner is a man of multiple achievements. He started the first frozen food distribution in Central America in 1967, a telephone company in El Salvador, and worked for 20 years managing a country for a multinational food company. However, in his view, his greatest achievements have been the service projects and opportunities in the Sai organization, along with the coordination of the Christmas committees for 12 years. He came to Sri Sathya Sai Baba in 1979 and traveled halfway across the globe every year after that to see him till 2018. He has served in the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization as Center President, Central Council President, Zone Chairman of Latin America, and Co-Chairman Humanitarian Relief Committee, to name a few. He is a President of the Sathya Sai Foundation of El Salvador since 1989. Despite all this, he describes himself as a small cog in Swami's machinery, ready to be utilized by the Lord in any manner necessary.
He will give to his son, to give to the
I would like to invite our brother Billy Fong. Mr. Billy Fong comes from a banking industry background and is a trainer in international trade finance. He has made the greatest investment of his life, God, ever since he came to know Baba in early 1980. He's probably the only person with the singular distinction of acting in a drama along with his wife in Swami's presence in Purnachandra Hall during the first Chinese New Year celebration in 1997. By his bountiful grace, Billy has spoken in the presence of Swami on 6 occasions. He was a national young adult coordinator and president of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, Malaysia. Currently, he's part of the board of directors of Sathya Sai School of Malaysia and Sathya Sai Baba Foundation of Malaysia, and is a central coordinator of Zone 4, covering Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, and Philippines. I would like to invite now our brother Srinivas Mantri Pragada. Srinivas Mantri Pragada started his involvement in the American Sathya Sai organization in 1980 as a Valmika teacher. 43 years later, to this day, he continues to teach SSC passionately and wholeheartedly. Over the years, he has served as Center President, Regional Education Coordinator, and Teacher Trainer, and is a faculty member of the Institute of Sathya Sai Education, USA. He has had the privilege of leading over a dozen groups of SSC children and families, young adults, and center members to present cultural programs and presentations in Swami's presence.
Actually, he was the SSSIO teacher for both my daughters.
I would like to invite Dr. Bhagawan Jivanandam. Dr. Bhagawan Jivanandam, Professor of Surgery, Chief of Cardiac Surgery and Director of Heart and Vascular Center, University of Chicago. Dr. Jivanandam has performed over 1,500 heart transplants. He was one of the physicians leaders of the transplant team that made history in December 2018 after performing 2 triple organ heart, liver, and kidney transplants. There have been only 25 such procedures done in the world, and has performed the heart transplantation operation for all 13 done at the University of Chicago. His personal and professional life has been transformed by our beloved Lord. Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, who affectionately called him his coconut tree heart transplant surgeon. He's an exemplary devotee with complete faith in Swami. Now, I would like to invite, Swami is God, and whatever he does is just perfect. I always say Sai perfect. He has chosen to lead the organization he has created, a perfect instrument, I would say the best instrument to guide all of us to be the members of this organization and fulfill our duty and be part of the divine mission. So I want, on behalf of all the Sai devotees of 115 countries, to honor Dr. Narendranath Reddy. There is a person who is forever ready in his service.
So this is a very unexpected, pleasant surprise. So I'm grateful to our Swami for blessing me with the opportunity to serve in the divine mission and receiving his love. And I also want to thank every one of you and many people who are not here around the world who have been really supporting during this time. So again, I thank everyone. Jai Sai Ram.
It's a beautiful event, a program. I hope this continues every time. So we're actually not running late today. Amazing. That's itself. So our next program is a devotion program. They do need some time to set up. But before we do that, I invite Doris Hampton to come up on stage. She has an announcement to make. Her work never ceases, so she's going to talk about a conference.
Sai Ram, I was asked to make an announcement on a conference that's coming up in Barbados, October 12th through the 14th. And this conference is under the auspices of the SSSIO Education Committee, and it's being coordinated by the Institute of Sathya Sai Education West Indies, and they invited the Institute of Sathya Sai Education USA to collaborate for the conference, and also Canada. And the conference will be on, one second, please. Strengthening Human Values Education Conference. We've made presentations to the Minister of Education in Barbados. We've made Sathya Sai Education and Human Values presentations. The Minister of Education, the Attorney General's Office, and several other, and UNICEF. And in fact, when we made the presentation to UNICEF, the director of UNICEF asked if he could become one of our volunteers when he retires. And so 17 Caribbean countries will be involved with the conference, and further information will be forthcoming, but we felt that this was very important to announce at this conference. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. I would like Dr. Reddy to come to the stage. We want to honor one more person who has done an incredible service for all of us. His name is Attilio Spinello. Please, Attilio, come to the stage. Attilio is from Argentina. He's an acclaimed photographer. He has interviewed Mother Teresa, Dalai Lama. He has received recently in Rome the award for the peace. He has been trained in Germany. He has been the photographer for the Queen of Netherlands. And the most important achievement that Swami gave permission to him to take photographs and videos. He has made 20-minute documentaries on Swami that are being sold. And he has not only done that, he has documented Swami's life, but also he has given to the international organization the copyrights of all what he has done.
And many of the videos and the darshan segments we see are all because of his contribution. That means we are enjoying Swami's darshan from all the wonderful videos, so many close-ups, which we see, this is all because of him. So this is a really great service to every one of us, and even for the posterity. We will all remember your service.
Okay. Thank you. The next program is entitled Songs of the Soul, Opera Singing with Piano Accompaniment. Now, when we go to Prashanti, Swami always used to arrange beautiful programs, some things that we would never do, by ourselves. This is an opportunity to enjoy opera singing, so I hope you all stay back to enjoy it. But they do need 10 minutes to set up. So I invite you to go to Dwarakamai or Swami's room or meditation room or watch all the posters. Unfortunately, they need the mics for the mics check, so no bhajans. But please come back in 10 minutes or stay here and chit-chat here. Sai Ram.
would like 257, but we don't have the stand, a tall stand that has that. Just one. No, this right here. Yeah.
If you'd like to read that, one right Since you'll be touching your shoes, I brought some hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it's not a good.
You can put your shoes back on. I know you'll need it for the pedal.
I understand. The mic itself. It's not good. Yeah, the mic.
Nisha, can you do me a favor?
Yeah. Get it higher up.
You want it higher up or
tall stand?
this is good. Right, you want the door?
Okay. The other stand is small.
Is it okay if we have the mic? Or? Yeah. Okay. We are covered. Ladies will be able to.
Auntie, so like when I come off from my solo, am I from this side or that side?
When you come down there and I'll show you a seat. So there you left your hand. You're already doing it twice. Okay.
Yeah. I just don't want to do this so then
songs when we face.
just maybe your face alternate. Just go the right.
Can I quickly do a sound for both of you?
No, that's okay.
Either do you prefer to walk up for the offering with Raji, or can we introduce Raji and you follow her after? Would you be okay with that?
Either way is okay.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Okay, we can, when you're settled, I can show you this. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Why don't we hear from sound checking? What do you have in front of you?
Monitors?
This monitor?
We're not, the monitors are right now not working. They said you didn't need a monitor.
I think I just need it louder
Yeah,
so I can.
so it needs to be higher. Okay.
Sai Ram, everyone. Come, please have a seat. And as we are coming in, I wanted to make an announcement. That's a new development. There are plans to take group photo of all of us after the devotional program. So as you exit, go down the pathway towards the tent and stand, where they'll direct you, facing the tent. And there's going to be a group picture of all of us. So let's move on with the program. I invite Anu Venkateshwaran to come and introduce the next program. She wants to introduce from there. Okay. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. What an inspiring day it's been. I'm sure all the SSC teachers were proud of their students in the play that we watched a little bit earlier. I too, as an SSC teacher, am very proud to introduce an alumni of our SSC program, Raji Venkat. Raji was known to me as a girl who would sing some bhajans and do Bharatanatyam. But now she has flourished into an opera singer and won several accolades in the genre. Raji started singing opera in 2014. She's currently pursuing her artist diploma under Daniel Belcher at William Jewell College. You will notice from her singing, she's a soprano. I would be amiss if I didn't mention Raji's parents and their contribution to SSSIO. Her father, Venkata Pat, is the vice president of SSSIO USA Region 3 and loves to do seva. Her mother, Chitra Venkat, previously served as a regional education coordinator and now serves as the women's coordinator in SSSIO USA Region 3.
Today, I have the honor and privilege to introduce our pianist, Aisha Love. How appropriate her last name is Love, since our conference is titled Love and Service. Aisha is originally from South Korea, not Carolina, Korea, and began playing the piano at the age of 5. She studied at the illustrious Berklee College of Music. And for those who may not know Berklee, think Harvard, but for music. She has accompanied several artists and now has been composing and recording original pieces. Aisha, welcome, and thank you for joining us this evening. Living Water is an original composition by Aisha. Inspired by Jesus' interaction with a Samaritan woman, you will feel the beautiful notes in this piano solo transcend you. We give you Living Water.
In a divine discourse delivered during the First Ladies' Day celebrations on November 19, 1995, Swami said, "I desire that you should take up the reins of leadership and bring peace and prosperity to the world by leading ideal lives." This was Swami's message to the women. Today, several of us women had the opportunity to join the workshop titled "Women Are the Beacons of Nations." And we have just the song for you. In this opera, the protagonist, Norina, reads a fairy tale story, reflects on her life, and discovers the strength of women. Quel guardo.
Ladies, if you look around, I'm sure your neighbor is most likely wearing gold and not silver. This piece tells us that silver has beauty to offer as well, and is just as valuable as gold. Likewise, though we may be different, we all have something special to offer. So ladies, the next time you dig into your jewelry box, keep in mind that there is Sai in the silver as there is in gold. We bring you silver.
Like
hope that inspired you to wear silver. When you think of classical piano, one of the first names that comes to my mind is Chopin. Chopin was a 19th century Polish composer, and here's a trivia fact. He included piano as part of all his compositions. His nocturnes are his most famous works. Chopin used innovation in his nocturnes, taking inspiration from Italian and French opera arias. Here is one of Chopin's nocturnes.
This morning, in the panel discussion on spiritual practice and self-realization held in this very hallowed Sai Prema Nilayam prayer hall, it was mentioned that Swami says the best city is simplicity. Our beloved Swami always wanted us to be simple, sweet, and sincere. This next piece talks about a girl named Marie who started with nothing and was thrown into opulence. She yearns for her precious life of peace and simplicity. Par Lerang.
We'll definitely let her drink some water after that. Yesterday we heard Mother Oh Mother, a popular Sai song sung around the world. And today we give you another crowd favorite, Ave Maria, written by Franz Schubert. Sorry. Yes, Ave Maria, I can do it again. Written by Franz Schubert in 1825, this will bring our program to a close.
Ave
What a magnificent performance. Thank you. It's Raji Venkat and Aisha Love. Thank you so much for delighting us in this beautiful, beautiful performance. And her parents are watching online. Chitra and Venkat, you must be so proud of Raji. And I really appreciate Aisha coming here and going along with our customs here. Thank you for that. Okay, that concludes the program for today, but we have some announcements. I'm going to go back to sharing some things before the Aarti. Or we can just go with the Aarti. Are you guys ready?
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे
स्वामी सर्वा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती मंगल आरती अंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण शांति 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 समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Moment of silence. Just enjoy this bliss. Sorry to interrupt, but a few last announcements. Okay, there is a lost and found box. There are 2 boxes at the registration tables. Please, if you have lost something, go there. If you found something, please go there. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the lanyard and the tags, please deposit them at the registration desk if you're leaving today or whenever you leave. There are some YA announcements for